from Dhaka. This is Tahmina Nupur and you are watching BSS News. Today we will be talking about recent United States tariff imposed on India and the impact on Bangladesh. What benefits would Bangladesh get from higher United States tariffs on India? The answer is billions of dollars in opportunities and a wave of fresh export orders, only if we can seize that. On 31st July, the United States administration imposed a 19% tariff on Cambodia and Indonesia, a 20% tariff on Bangladeshi products, and a 25% tariff on Indian goods. And that wasn't all. As a penalty for buying Russian oil, President Donald Trump announced an additional 25% duty on Indian exports. That means India is staring at a 50% tariff on its goods going into the United States. The 25% reciprocal duty is already in place. The extra 25% penalty, that kicks in after 21 days. Now, what does this mean? Indian exporters, especially in ready-made garments, home textiles, processed foods, leather goods, frozen fish and shrimp, and furniture will lose competitiveness. And that's where Bangladesh comes in. According to the India's Commerce Ministry, India exported $80.77 billion worth of goods to the United States in 2024. That includes $12.58 billion in electoral machinery, $9.3 billion in jewelry, $8.87 billion in pharmaceuticals, $5.18 billion in garments, $3.7 billion in processed foods, $1.97 billion in frozen fish and shrimp, $750 million in leather goods, and $1.15 billion in furniture. For garments, the United States currently charges Indian exporters 13.9% on knitwear and 10.3% on woven products. But once the tariff takes full effect, the average duty on Indian garments will climb past 60%. Now compare that with Bangladesh. Until now, our average tariff on garments was 16.5% with reciprocal duty. It is now 36.5%, higher of course, but nowhere near India's 60%. That's why experts believe the shift is inevitable. Fazle Shamim Ehsan, Executive President of BKMEA, says, if the high tariffs remain in place, orders for ready-made garments will shift away from India. Part of those orders will come to Bangladesh. This could happen within the next 6 months. The same goes for home textiles. Last year, India exported $2.93 billion worth of home textiles to the United States and Bangladesh just $150 million. But as Shahadat Hossain, former chairman of the Terry Towel and Linen Association, puts it, because of the tariffs, order for high-priced home textile products will shift away from India. Bangladesh has large companies ready to take those orders. Furniture is another category. India shipped $1.15 billion worth of furniture to the United States and Bangladesh just $19.7 million. But as Selim H. Rahman, chairman of Hatil, says, a few companies here have the capacity to take more furniture orders from the United States. However, to improve competitiveness, duty-free import facilities for raw materials will be necessary. So the opportunity is real, but how big? Dr. Zahid Hossain, former lead economist at the World Bank's Dhaka office, says the imposition of a 50% tariff on Indian goods to the United States market would heavily impact Indian exportable items like RMG, footwear, and others. There will be a diversion of exports. Bangladesh could visit its exports by another $2 to $3 billion if all stakeholders can properly seize the opportunity. He warns, though, that it won't happen automatically. Port efficiency, energy supply, worker stability, and customs reforms are critical. Otherwise, Bangladesh could miss out. Mahmoud Hassan Khan, president of BGMEA, agrees. He says, some export orders will be diverted to Bangladesh, but we need to enhance efficiency at Chattogram port, reduce lead time, and maintain law and order. then we will be able to tap the potentials. And Mohammad Hatem, president of BKMEA, adds, the United States tariffs on India will definitely bring advantages to Bangladesh, but we must fix issues, the power and energy crisis, and resolve customs problems. If the industries remain healthy, they can deliver. Today, Bangladesh exports $8.2 billion to the United States, while imports stand at $2 billion, a trade gap of $6 billion in our favor. India, by contrast, exports $86.5 billion to the United States, nearly 20% of its total shipments. That's why this tariff war matters. For India, it's a major setback. For Bangladesh, it could be a once-in-a-decade opportunity. But the question is, will Bangladesh avail to seize it? That's all for today. For more information, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.